Men think that we can't do anything without them. I don't know who told them that without a man we're not complete. Because the way they hype themselves about you're not complete without us, or if you're not married. I see one guy asked me, you're not married, so if you're not married, what gives you the audacity to talk about marriage? To be married, to talk to you about marriage, all right? Have to, they've got this thing. They just think that you have to be in marriage for you to talk about it. If marriage was going to make someone an expert, there won't be any divorces. Okay, but then if wisdom is a gift, God gives his gifts to people. Okay, people have talents, people read, people get all sorts to manage situations. So someone doesn't have to be a married person to talk about marriages. I felt like they feel if we are not in that union, we cease to be that important. And I remember I did one thread and the men were coming for me. Some were coming in my inbox. Now you are misleading women. Why are you telling that they don't need a man? They do. I said, we don't. Okay? We don't need a man to complete us. We are complete as we are. Okay? Actually, marriage is for people who are complete. Two people who are complete, and then they complement each other, then they have a healthy, loving relationship. But men think that they are the ones who complete it, that void, until we are misses. And the danger now is that, can you imagine a situation where you're waiting for a man to complete you, and then you are in that relationship, then it ends, and then you'll be thinking, oh my God, I'm no longer complete. So your whole life, it will be playing in your head that I need a man to make me complete. This is what I'm trying to stop. This is what I want you. If you're listening to me, lady, you don't need a man to complete you. You are complete as you are. What does a complete woman do? She manages a life from her finances, emotions, anything. You are good like that. And then when you are good like that, you attract the right man to do marriage with. That's why I say marriage is not for people who are not complete. It's for complete beings. Both a guy who is complete, a girl who is complete, both are ready to fly. All right? So if you are not complete and you're going to get married to be completed, that's a wrong order. Only complete people can qualify for marriage. That's my opinion. Okay, I'm not saying if you think you can go get married to be complete, that's what you think. But I'm just trying to tell you the consequences of not knowing who you are. Right? The consequences of not knowing who you are, you just believe that as long as I'm not Mrs., I don't think I'll be complete. You are complete without a man. All right? You are complete. Having a man is a bonus. Okay? It's even nicer if you find a man who really honors you, who loves you, and you love each other, and you're both able to manage yourselves in the absence of that guy. You still have your life. Okay? That's what we want. That's why we say that you don't need that person to make you complete. All right. So the message is you don't need to rush to get a man so that you be called a complete woman. You are still complete the way you are without a man. Work on yourself. Be that lady. Up your standards. Make sure you manage your finances, your emotions. Everything about you is in order. I tell you, you attract the best guy. And then you'll be able to hire and fire. You don't feel guilty when you say, this is not my type, because you know who you are, right? That's what I'm trying to say when I say you don't need a man to complete you. You are complete as you are. Because marriage, relationships are for people who are complete. Anyone who is dating for survival, it's not going to work. It's not going to work. You have to be able to manage your finances, your life, anything around you without a man. Then you are worth having a life with somebody else. Otherwise, No. So I was trolled by men. Some came private in my private inbox. You're misleading ladies, you women. What are you teaching the young girls? Well, I'm teaching them to that getting married is a bonus. Having a man is a bonus. Okay, it shouldn't be the priority. It's not a priority to have a man. It's a bonus. If you treat it as a bonus, you always get the best. You're not just going to settle with anyone because you say, it's a bonus, so I don't want anyone who's going to come and bother me. That's how you'll be choosing. I'm just wanting someone who's going to make my life more interesting. That's how you're going to be choosing. You're not going to say, oh, I need anyone as long as I find someone who is going to make me a woman. I've said that with my own ears. People coming to me say, Auntie, please, I just want a man. I'm lonely. I said, the fact that you said you're lonely, you shouldn't be dating because you attract the worst men ever. Because they know. They can tell that this lady is lonely by the way you are acting. You'll be chasing on them. The minute they give you their number, you'll be texting one text message after the other. Even if they don't respond, you still be texting them. Why? Because you told them that you're lonely. So they'll treat you as a lonely girl. In 2026, we're not going to be playing lonely like that. Okay, we'll be working on ourselves, but at the same time going out there, meeting people, making friends, not rushing into relationships, not rushing into intimate, not rushing into sleepovers. That doesn't make sense. Yeah. So we are complete. Whether you've got a man in your life or you don't have a man in your life, you are content. Be content on your own so that if someone comes in, you know that it's just a bonus. This person is coming to life, make your life better. Yeah. That way, you're definitely going to attract a better person because your life is already good. I've always said this, but I say it again and again. We don't need a man to make our life interesting. Just right now, you've been sleeping in a room for the whole weekend. Never went out. Why? You should have gone out there and met other people. Meet ladies, meet men. It doesn't mean that you have to go and meet men. You can meet women who will introduce you to their brothers, their uncles, all that. Their sons. Okay? So don't just expect to be meeting men. You can also go and socialize with women. Because these are the circles where you can actually meet people who introduce you to better people. Okay? Guys, I hope this was helpful and Merry Christmas. Bye.